A very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to class 11th Economics. We have already started the chapter Organization of Data, and some topics we have already covered. Like we have already known that how data should be organized, how to make a statistical series, because the data which is not presented in organized way cannot be used for any statistical inquiry. For example, if I have your data that what are the different weights of all the students of my class, then definitely it is the unorganized data. That suppose Karthik's weight is 68 kilograms, Satakshi's weight is 60 kilograms, Prayag's weight is 70 kg. So this way, if I have the data with me, that is unorganized because I have not organized that data. I told you yesterday, this is recapitulation. I told you yesterday, the data must be organized and it must be organized to reach to a proper statistical inquiry, right? Harsh Avasti, Priyanshi, Shivansh, Faraz, and Nitish. Open your cameras right now. And it should not be turned off during whole class. Vansh Gupta, open your camera. Only you are left. Okay. So, of course, organization of data is required. After this, we studied about objectives of classification. Objectives of classification means why we should classify that data. What is the need to organize or to classify the data? Our next topic was, of course, classifications objectives, which we did. Then methods of classification. I hope you all remember the methods of classification. The first was geographical classification, that whenever the data is to be classified in a geographical way, for example, spatial, on the basis of the country's name, states, cities, districts, regions, that is all known as geographical classification. For example, if we are writing that how many factories are there in the country, how many factories are in Delhi NCR, how many factories are in Rajasthan, how many factories are in suppose Uttar Pradesh. So ultimately, when we are mentioning the data, we are making the tabular presentation of data on the basis of spatial classification, on the basis of the names of the states, names of the cities, names of the countries also in the world, then it would be known as the geographical classification. The second was, of course, chronological classification, that is on the basis of time, which is also known as temporal classification. For example, we did that when the classification is being done on the basis of some time basis, like if I am writing that what is the population of India throughout the years, what was the population in 1951, what was the population in 1961, so that is temporal classification. We are classifying the data, we are making a table as per the time series. You all know that the weather forecasting which we people see in our phone, the weather forecasting which we people see in our phone is, of course, it directly belongs to temporal classification. वो temporal classification ही होता है. For example, as you can see, if you can please see the screen, this you can see that on my camera, if you can see, hourly classification is being given, hourly. That each hour what will be the weather. This is, of course, this is nothing but this is the temporal classification only. Temporal classification means whenever the data is divided, it is being presented in a chronological order according to time. That can be, of course, hours, that can be days, that can be years, that can be half year, that can be quarter, that can be monthly, daily, any. But it should be in a chronological order. Now, next is quantitative classification. Quantitative classification. The quantitative classification means when according to the quantity you are classifying the data. We did this also yesterday. So when according to quantity you are classifying the data. For example, the marks secured by students in economics. We saw that 0 to 20 marks, 15 students got the marks between 0 to 20. Can you see that? This is quantitative classification. When we say 15 students got marks in between 0 to 20, 25 students, which is the frequency, they got marks in between 20 to 40. 20 students got marks in between 40 to 60. On both the ends on the table, what you are observing? On both the ends of the table, we are observing that the data is quantitatively presented. The data is presented in the form of quantity on both the tables, marks also and frequency also. That is why it is known as quantitative classification, when the data is presented in the quantitative form. Next we did was qualitative classification, when on the basis of attributes. I told you, when on the basis of attributes or on the basis of quality the data is presented. For example, in a factory of 1000 people, 700 are men, 300 are women. So ultimately this is qualitative classification. Same way, in 500 men, in 500 workers in a factory, suppose we say that 400 are skilled workers, 100 are unskilled workers. That means that is also on the basis of quality. So that is why it is known as qualitative classification. But I told you that that can be the simple or manifold. The simple is there. The population divided in just two categories, blind and non-blind. That is, of course, simple classification. But what will be manifold? You remember what will be manifold? Yes, I would like to ask this from, let's ask from Kanishka. You tell me, what is manifold classification? How do you identify that? Manifold classification.
In which the data is classified into more than two categories.
Yes, whenever the data is basically divided or classified into more than one or two categories. For example, in above example, in the simple classification, you are watching out to be population to be divided into blind and non-blind only. But what if I say the population is divided into male, female? Male are further divided into literate males and illiterate males. Literate are further divided into smoker males and non-smokers. Same way, illiterate are divided into smokers and non-smokers. Same way, females are divided into literate, non-literate, illiterate, smokers and non-smokers. That is all manifold or multifold classification, where the data is classified into more than one part. Got it? Okay. So moving towards our today's next topic, like that was the recapitulation of the topic done. So moving towards now next topic, just have a look on the board, please. Okay, just have a look at the whiteboard, please. See, now suppose if I say I give you one series is given to you. The series is written to be as 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. These are nothing but these are the marks. These are the marks in economics of different students out of 50. And this is given as frequency. Now the frequency is also given to you, where it is written that suppose for 0 to 10, there are 3 students who got between 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 10 students got between 10 to 20, then 20 to 30, 20 students got in between 30 to 20 to 30, and 15 students got marks between 30 to 40, and 2 students suppose got marks between 40 to 50. Now what you see, what is the total number of frequency? That means what is the total number of students? So the total number of quantity which you see here, 10 plus 20, 30, 30 plus 15, 45, 45 and 5 is 50. That means we simply say that it is about 50 students. The marks of 50 students are actually given. The marks of 50 students are actually given. Now, see, If we simply say that marks of 50 students are given, if marks of 50 students are given to us in a series, first of all, you should have to tell me what is the class limit. What is the class limit and what is the class gap in each case? Class gap in each case. Anshul, please tell me what is the class gap in each case.
Sir, 10.
Yes, class gap is 10. Now, first of all, any kind of series, very first point that you have to clear in your mind, in any kind of continuous series, if you simply see one thing, and that is the lower limit of one class interval. See, suppose if I talk about this 10, the upper limit of this class interval, if this upper limit of the class interval becomes the lower limit of the next class interval, if the upper limit of this class interval becomes the lower limit of the next class interval, the name of the series would be just referred to as exclusive series. Please write down exclusive series. Everybody just write down in your notebook. Please write down one point I'm dictating. Whenever, please write down whenever Ishika Jain, Priyanshu, Sia, Shivansh, open your cameras, please. I would like to see if you're writing or not. Open your cameras. Please write down. Whenever the upper limit of one class interval, whenever the upper limit of one class interval becomes the lower limit of the next class interval. Karthik, Aditya, Nitish, Vidwan, open your camera right now. Otherwise, I'm going to remove you people. Whenever the upper limit of one class interval becomes the lower limit of the next class interval, that is known as exclusive series. That is known as exclusive series. You know, this thing you have studied in class 9th and 10th also in mathematics statistics part. So on that basis, kindly let me know where you are going to include marks 20. If suppose Sanya Ahuja has scored 20 marks, अगर सान्या आहूजा ने 20 मार्क्स स्कोर किए हैं, बेटे मुझे बताओ ये 20 मार्क्स where are you going to record? Are you going to record this 20 marks in the series 10 to 20, or you are going to record this 20 marks in the series 20 to 30? Please let me know. Yes, Karthik, Apeksha, Satakshi, Vaibhav, Sayyad, Umed, Paridhi, Vidwan, Anirudh, Ishika, Yashika, Mridul, Mohammad Zaid, Kunal, Himanshu. Very good, everybody. All of you have given the correct answer. Of course, 20 will be recorded in 20 to 30. 20 will be recorded in 20 to 30 and not 10 to 20. Perfect. So, very first point, I think it's clear. Whenever the lower limit of one class interval becomes the upper limit for the next class interval, that simply becomes the exclusive series. Okay, let me give you an example of another series. Please see to the example of another series. Marks as well as frequency I am giving you. Okay, just see the example of this. 1 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. And also the frequency is given here. These are the marks only. And frequency is given to be 3, 10, then 14, suppose 20, 19, and 2. Now, what do you observe in this series? Any observation? I would like to ask the observation from Sanya Ahuja. Sanya, you tell me, what do you observe in this series? Unmute yourself, please.
Sir, the class gap.
Yes, Sanya. Your voice interrupted. I think some network issue. Okay. I would like to ask this from, let's see, Karthik, you tell me, what do you observe here? I'm already
So
getting the answer in the chat box.
so the class gap is 9. The class gap is 9.
Okay, one thing is class gap is 9. Any other thing which you observe in the series about the lower limit or upper limit? Yes,
Yeah,
Satakshi.
this is not a
Sir,
exclusive.
the
Okay.
upper limit and lower limit are different.
Yes, this is one of the most important thing that we are observing here in the series, that the upper limit of one class interval, say 9, is not the lower limit for the next class interval, right? The upper limit of the class interval, that is 9, is not the lower limit of the next class interval. That simply means this is not the exclusive series, as I told the first case. This is not the exclusive series. Then what do we call this series? This series is known as inclusive series. This series is known as inclusive series. But the question can come into your mind, sir, why exclusive series? That means why this series was known as exclusive series? And sir, why this series is known as inclusive series? Please tell us. I'm telling you. This is known as exclusive series because here we exclude the upper limit. You saw that? 10 was not included here. The 20 marks were not included in 10 to 20. The 30 marks were not included in 20 to 30. The 40 marks were not included in 30 to 40. The 50 marks were not included in 40 to 50. That means we were excluding the upper limit in those marks. That's why it was the exclusive series. But in inclusive series, we are going to include the exclusive number also. That means the 9 will also be included in 1 to 9. The 19 marks will also be included in 10 to 19. The 29 marks will also be included in 20 to 29. The 39 marks will also be included in 30 to 39. Which means if we are saying that 19 students got 40 to 49, then definitely 49 marks are also the part of this series 40 to 49. This is called inclusive series, where we are including each and every number of marks or each and every number of class interval. That is known as inclusive series. But in the exclusive series, we exclude the other class interval. We exclude 10, we exclude 20, we exclude 30 in this case. Got my point? Clear to everyone? Now, you must have already studied, and of course I'll be telling you here how to convert the inclusive series into exclusive series. The very important question. How to convert the inclusive series into exclusive series? Because there is a method to convert the inclusive series into exclusive series. Like this is the inclusive series on your screen. I got the answer from Vaibhav, Anirudh. Very good. Yashika, Daksh. Okay. So you all know that we reduce or we minus 0.5 from the lower limit and we add 0.5 to the upper limit. So what we are doing? Lowering down, reducing 0.5 from the lower limit and adding 0.5 in the upper limit. That will be your inclusive series, right? So let's see here. See, just reduce 0.5 on the lower limit. That means 0.5 to it will become 9.5. All right. Next will be Priyanshu. Tell me what will be the next one. Yes, Priyanshu Bisht. Tell me what will be the next one.
Sir, 9.5 to 19.5.
Very good, Priyanshu. 9.5 to 19.5. Perfect. Next will be, of course, again 0.5 minus 19.5 to that will be 29.5. Next will be 29.5 to 39.5. Next will be 39.5 to 49.5 and 49.5 to 59.5. Simple. This is your exclusive series now, which we have converted from inclusive to exclusive, which we have converted from inclusive to exclusive. Now what we can observe, now what will be the solution, what will be the result, what will be your observation once you convert? Sia, please let me know. Now what
the
you
upper
observe
limit
is,
the
please
upper
repeat.
limit of the first. So now the upper limit of the first class is the lower limit of the second class.
Yes, perfect. Now the upper limit of the class has become the lower limit of the next class, which means now this series has been converted into exclusive series. Simple. Because now the lower limit is repeating in the next as the upper limit is repeating in the next as a lower limit. So now this have been converted into the exclusive series. I hope the topic of inclusive series and exclusive series is clear to everyone. Or is there any doubt? Okay, if you have any doubt, you can side by side mention in the chat box. I'll take it. Otherwise, I'm just okay, clear to everyone. I'm getting the clear message. Okay. Now moving towards the third type of series. Suppose this time we have been given mid values. We have been given mid values. We have been provided 15. Then after 15, we have been given 25, 35. I request all those who have shut down their cameras, please switch it on again. Then 45, 55. So we have been provided this as mid values. Mind it, it's not marks. It's not marks this time, it is mid values given to you. And with the mid values, we have provided the frequencies. Frequency is also given. Like mid value 15, frequency is given 10. Mid value 25, frequency is given 7. Mid value 35, frequency is given 8. Mid value 45, frequency is given 2. Mid value 55, frequency is given 6. This have been given to us. What do we observe in this series? Priyanshi, can you tell me what do you observe here in this series? Priyanshi, turn your mic on, please.
Sir,
हमें mid values दिए.
Sir, the frequency is decreasing.
But don't tell me just about frequency, tell me about the mid values. As we have not been given the class
Sir,
intervals.
Sir, mid value has a interval of 10, same.
Very good. That is the point which I wanted to ask from you people. The mid value is being given in the 10 gap. And when the mid value is given in the 10 gap, which means the class interval will be of class gap, that will be of 10. That was the point which I wanted to know from you people, that how much you observe here. Very good, Priyanshi. So mid value have been given as 15. You know, if mid value is 15, then definitely class interval will be 10 to 20. Very good, everyone. I'm getting the answers in chat box. Perfect. Now, if the next mid value is 25 and the class gap we observe here is 10, that means simply what we observe? We simply observe next will be 20 to 30, because 25 is the mid value. So the class interval will be 20 to 30. Now next will be 30 to 40. 45 is the mid value with the class gap 10. That means the series will be 40 to 50. And next will be 55 ke liye 50 to 60. Perfect. Now, frequency was 10, 7, 8, 2, and 6. That means, of course, now the series, which was earlier the mid-value series, now this series have been converted into exclusive series. This series have been converted into exclusive series. Exclusive series means now ultimately the lower limit and the upper limit is same for a class interval. Like the upper limit in the case 20 becomes the lower limit in the next case. The series have been become simpler for us. That have been simplified. I hope this is clear to everyone. So I hope these three series have been clear to all of you. Exclusive series, inclusive series, and the next one, that is how to convert inclusive into exclusive series, and of course mid-value series. Perfect. Now 1 minute is